Welcome, everybody, to Seaghetti. That's right. An amazing opportunity to make a meal for $4 that'll feed 5 people. It's a chance to use a non-GMO spaghetti, which is now readily available at your market. I got some angel hair. I recommend using angel hair for the Seaghetti. It's a very delicate pasta. It cooks very quickly. And you can look for the non-GMO label right here. On almost any brand now. Ronzoni's got some non-GMOs. Barilla has them. A variety of non-GMO pastas now. I got this for $1. I picked up some seafood stock at Walmart for $1. It was on sale in the clearance section. And this is from Bar Harbor, Maine. Whoa. It's like still alive. Yeah, seafood stock, and it's got really good ingredients from the Atlantic Ocean, which is one of the cleanest oceans out there now. Pacific Ocean, as you know, is contaminated with Fukushima radiation, which is not exactly ideal for a long-term, survival. So I prefer my seafood from the Atlantic Ocean whenever I can get it. This has the stock from clam stock, fish stock, lobster stock, onions, celery, carrots, salt, dry wine, bright white wine, lemon, parsley, whatever. I am going to be cooking with another product called cream of crab soup, which is available at the dollar store. It's Y River out of Maryland. Now, these two products could be replaced by your basic ingredient cream of mushroom, which you can generally get for $1. And clams, which you can get Cape May clams from New Hampshire, you can get for $1. I am going to throw the clams in this dish just as an added bonus. So I'm up to $4 already. But all I really need to do is add some onions, celery, little mushrooms, and garlic. So I'm going to have to adjust. I don't want to misrepresent anything here. So I'm going to adjust this dinner to $5. So it gives you ample room to put whatever fish stock or clams you have in your cupboard and make it possible for you. So first thing I got to do is start boiling some water. I get my boiler here. And we'll use this camera over here. This is my new high definition camera I'm using. We'll fill up some water here. I use filtered water. So, it's good to have a filter system. Check out my Medusa, capsicum Medusa, it's called. It's a plant we picked up. It's a chili made of, it's a chili plant called capsicum Medusa. All right. Isn't that nice? That should be enough water for that amount of spaghetti. We'll get that on the burner. On the rear burner there. All right. Okay, I think this is going to be interesting. I think I'll start the back burner too. I'll get that level 3 going. I don't need this small pan right now. I do have a pretty clean kitchen, I must admit. It's nice to have a clean kitchen. Thank you for saying that. I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So it's a place for relaxation, a place to kind of put your mind away. The nice thing about cooking, many of you who don't know this, is it's very relaxing. Okay, so we're going to look at our ingredients here. We got an onion, a big pepper. I got that for 50 cents, if you can believe that. That's today's market. A few mushrooms. And a celery stalk. Okay. Yeah, there's no dust here. It's completely clean. Germ-free, too. I live in an antiseptically clean environment, just so you know. Yeah, I hate kitchens that are like gross. People don't clean up after themselves. Oh, you're making some codfish and scalloped potatoes? I bet that's going to be good. Yeah. Now I'm going to cook with butter today. Wow, we got 2.3 million viewers reporting from India. Excellent. Well, this dish could go in either direction. You can go to a red side or a white side, but I'm going to go in the white direction because if you add cream of mushroom, it's going to go in the white direction. Bathroom and kitchen should always be clean. Yes. Well, the entire house is clean. I mean, I don't know about you, but if you live on a modest income, you really need to keep your environment clean. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad feng shui moment where you don't feel good about yourself. And there's nothing better than, am I a Bollywood star? I didn't know that. There's nothing better than having a clean place, no matter what environment you live in. Clean it up. You know, it's not that hard to do. You're giving your colon an alcohol clean today? No, you're rinsing your colon out. You're from New Delhi, and we love the ATP cooking show here. Oh, excellent. Thank you for coming in. Well, I know everyone prefers a little white wine with dinner. Great. Okay, I'm going to turn that rear burner on level 3. Actually, I'm going to take it up to level 6. This particular meal is going to take a little olive oil. So I'll put some olive oil on the pan in the back. And we're going to start cooking the onion first with the celery and the mushrooms. So about 3 tablespoons of oil and then some butter on top of that. I'm going to grab a little bit of butter out of the refrigerator. Now, I mix olive oil with butter because it kind of adds an incredible taste to this meal. Quite a bit of butter goes in this. So I'm going to go with an eighth of a stick. Oh, that's almost a quarter stick. Yeah. I know. But you get the butter cooking on the pan and everything is peachy keen. Let's get that onion cut up. I took your advice last week and sharpened my knives, so we should be good. Take this onion here. A nice big organic onion I have today. And we'll just strip it off. Take that outer layer off and make sure it has a fairly thin skin on the outside. You don't want anything tough because a meal like this is kind of a delicate thing. You don't want to have tough onion skin in there. You can cook with scallions. I actually prefer making this. I'm not going to lose a finger. I'll be okay. I actually prefer making this with scallions, but onions are so much cheaper when you buy them in bulk. I usually buy 3 pounds of organic onions for $2. So that gives me quite a bit of savings there. And I got some organic celery for $1.99 for a full head of celery. Okay, a basic slice. Nice sharp knife. We're going to put that in the hot oil. Not quite hot yet, but I'm just going to throw it all in there. Yeah, if you have any parsley in the garden, and I do, and I didn't bring some in today. I should have gotten some, but parsley is a nice accompaniment with this type of a meal. Cooked in the mix, so maybe I'll go run out there and get it. Okay, we're going to bring this temperature up to 6 because I'm starting to cry a little bit. Yeah, my eyes are getting all the onion bursts in your eyes. It's like, you've been cooking with cow dung? I hear they do that in North Korea. Sometimes they get lucky and they find a kernel of corn that didn't digest in the cow's udder. And not a good thought. they're so starving in Camp 22 in North Korea that they have to literally eat cow dung. I've heard people talk about this stuff on Google. So I understand Google's claiming that, or people are claiming that Google has errors whenever they post events. Well, as regarding the Mandalay Bay shooting, I think we've got some new information tonight I'll be adding to the show. The shots the picture of a repeated light in the window on the 10th floor, I don't know if you saw Snopes, but they've identified it as a blinking light that somebody put in the window. So the 10th floor, we're going to rule that out as a shooting point, and I'll be talking about that tonight. This is a very complex false flag. They really went all out. They even created various pathways for people who are conspiracy theorists to go on, which is kind of weird. But they're getting better at doing this, and I think they're revealing certain things that they don't have a handle on, and I think we're going to look at those things tonight on our show. So, yeah, I'm not going to use the cream of mushroom, but you would replace that because it's doubtful you're going to find a product like cream of crab soup, but it is available at the dollar store if you go there. Okay. I'm going to cut these mushrooms up, and it's real easy to slice them up. You just half them in half and just go like that. You can also use canned mushrooms in this dish if you want. Put that on top of the onions. And I'm going to cut up this celery as it is. Give it a slice down the middle. Sometimes I slice it 3 times down the middle to make it kind of thin. You double it up like that, bunch it together, and just go down there with your French curl knife. And holding the tip down, you simply bounce it off the breadboard. Very simple to cut. Okay. I'm going to throw that in there too. Take my trusted wooden spatula and give it a little spin. Today I'm going to be using a spice called very good, excellent for seafood. I highly recommend it. Go for a half a teaspoon of dill weed. Just right in on top of that. All right. A lot of dill weed. Don't hesitate. Okay, give it another spin. See? And cover it up. Okay, you want to get that cooking fairly quickly, and then we're going to pull the top off of the pepper. That's the easiest way to get it clean. Make sure it's rinsed off, too. I always rinse it off. This is not an organic pepper, but it is from Mexico, which I prefer. Turns out Mexico is getting less radiation than the northern latitudes, so that's a good thing. Now, radiation isn't as dangerous as they say it is, but it's definitely something you want to avoid in your cooking. So I actually welcome products from Mexico now, even if they're cooked with pesticides. I don't even care. I'm looking for a product line that is organic whenever I can, but if I can't find it, oh well. And choose non-GMO whenever you're getting grains, corn, anything like that. Soybeans. They're pushing a lot of hummus on the market now. It's GMO and made it of chickpeas from China. And I'm really kind of suspicious of any GMO product like that because GMO products actually absorb glyphosate, which is found in Roundup. And you don't want to have that in your body a lot, but we all do, apparently. so much in our diet now that people are urinating. 97% of the population worldwide is urinating glyphosate. Isn't that nice? Isn't that special? Aren't you so happy about that? I'm not. We don't eat dinner with bread. No, we're trying to cut our carbs in America. We know that there's a weight problem in America, and a lot of people are cutting their bread out of their dinner, which is, it's common to eat bread in Europe with dinner. It's a filler, and many people are kind of shaving calories by not eating it. Yeah, good point. Okay, so let's put those green peppers in now on top of that. And I'm going to add some Italian seasoning to this. So, yeah, a couple shakes of Italian seasoning. Go with Italian herbs. No more than a quarter teaspoon. The predominant thing is dill. You want dill. And I'll put all these peppers in on top of that now. Right on. All right. Now that's kind of semi-steaming because there's no water in it, but the butter is in there and it's mixing with the vegetables at the bottom, and I'm semi-steaming everything. Because of course vegetables have natural water with a lot of flavor and vitamins. Keeping that cover on is really important. I'm not making any blood or starch. I don't drink blood or anything like that. You people are so messed up. I need to help. Blood drinking, spirit cooking videos. I mean, your mind is corrupted. You need to just put that out of your mind. Stop thinking about how sick the world is. All right. We got to crack some cans. I'm going to put a little water in my my back burner, or actually put a little salt, sea salt, in my pasta water. Dash of salt's good for that. All these ingredients, the soup, the seafood stock, you can double up the clams if you want instead of having the seafood stock. I've allocated $4 or $5 for this meal, so it should be adequate. I'm just excited to actually cook with this lobster seafood stock. It's kind of cool. I did not expect to buy this. I did not expect to buy this at all. I saw it at Walmart. I said, Sarah, that's a lobster. I definitely want that. The tastes are fantastic. Now, normally a can of mushroom soup would require another can of water, or you can replace that can with milk. But I'm going to use this condensed crab soup and mix it with this fish stock. That smells pretty good. It smells like lobster. It smells like Maine there. We're making ourselves some seafood getty. Seaghetti, we call it. Sure thing. How is everyone there? Some of you are down under there. We have any down easters? Some people are from Maine here. Well, we can't exactly afford the lobster. You can make this for beans. You never got beans for breakfast? Oh, okay. Well, Scissor Fight's making an incredible scalloped meal with fish caught. That sounds really good. A little higher than my price point, I must say. I'll bet you spend about $9 on your ingredients. Oh, yeah. Everybody loves my cooking. I don't do meth. Unlike other people in politics, I'm not a drug user. Okay. Well, you can use the same recipe for a New England clam chowder. Yeah, sure thing. The only thing different is I'm adding a little angel hair pasta. I never smoked crack in my life. Okay? Thank you. All right, so we're getting a little turn of the veggies, and I've got a water boiling in the back here. So I'm all set to put my pasta in there. I got a full boil going. So I'm going to throw this entire thing of non-GMO Barilla angel hair. Angel hair, really easy to cook this. It's going to take 6 minutes to cook, and I'm going to set it on the side when it's done. What I do is I take the entire package and put it in my hand, like this. Grab it, like that. Hold it over the water, and break it right in the middle of the water. Let me show you. Just hold it right over there and then break it right into the water. And then drop it in half. Most people don't have a really big pot to cook stuff in, so this saves you a hassle. And as soon as that goes in there, go ahead and start stirring it immediately. Okay, that's got to get in there, and you got to stir immediately. Otherwise, pasta, especially spaghetti, will actually stick. All right. The vegetables are done. They're ready for the stock. I'm going to start pouring the stock in right now. Let me make sure all my pasta's underwater here. And keep the burner at level 6. You want a roaring boil, and make sure everything's moving. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put our pasta, all of our canned food together in the mix right now with the veggies. I'm opening up the can of clams. I've got the crab soup. And I'm throwing everything in there. Lock, stock, and barrel. Comes the clam. Here comes the soup. Pour some fish stock in the soup can, mix it around. Pour all that soup together in there like that. Okay, now keeping it at a level 6 to start cooking it. You want to get a hard boil going there. Now, cream of mushroom is actually a better soup to cook with because it creates more of a white sauce. But I don't think I'm going to be able to beat the taste of this particular dish. Make sure nothing sticks on the bottom of that spaghetti. You don't want anything to stick. Man, that's a lot of spaghetti. I think I could probably feed more than 5 people with this meal. Going very well, cooking nicely. I'm going to lower the flame to level 3 now on the spaghetti so it doesn't overcook. Yeah, this is not canned food cooking. No, Frankie, this is working with ingredients that were honed when they first went into the can. Now, the people that make these types of things, fish stock and crab soup, they're experts. They spend hours cooking these meals, and then they put them in cans. And this is not a wig. This is my real hair. And then in the process, no, you can make fun of my, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. A good mix. Pasta is really filling up this water, rehydrating. Yeah, it's almost like just enough water to do this. Okay. Now, I was getting to the point here of, yeah, I could feed 18 midgets with this meal. Greasy Dan's Roadside Diner never featured me, no. No, my hair is not a wig. Somebody just made an outrageous statement. I'm not going to repeat it in the show. No, they actually don't destroy the taste here, Frankie. You're off on a tangent. canned food actually enhances taste. And when you eat spaghetti and you taste it, it's like, if I just had vegetables and a can of clams, there would be nothing. Mushroom soup adds a tremendous amount. This crab soup, I've had it before, it adds a tremendous amount of flavor. Yeah. I think you're missing the whole point of eating. You know, you want flavor and you want it fast. I don't cook with dog food. Nope. I don't carry hot sauce around. No, I'm pretty easy that way. I'll take a can of like a Tabasco at the table. I'm not really particular about my hot sauce, unless, of course, you're serving 100% pain. Yeah. I take 100% pain very serious. That's the toughest thing to eat on earth. It's habanero sauce. It's slow cooked for about 12 years. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, we're going to turn that spaghetti off and let it sit. Now, if you put the cover on your spaghetti, it's going to probably boil over. I do like apple cider vinegar. I like red wine vinegar. I've got vinegar up the yin-yang. I like red wine vinegar so much that I haven't even opened the bottle, and I bought it 2 years ago. I like to just look at it. But I like apple cider vinegar. I like it better than the grain alcohol vinegar that they sell. But, you know, I like vinegar. Vinegar is a bioactivator. It's a coenzyme that actually increases the digestion process. And if you're marinating in vinegar, it'll actually lower your cholesterol. If you marinate your meat for a day, you will drop your cholesterol by 50%. It's a scientific fact. All right. Make sure this container, this amazing dish that I've been using on almost all my cooking shows, makes these fantastic meals. Okay, I'm coming to a very high boil here in this entire dish. It's like a clam chowder now. Yeah. And all the vegetables are al dente in it. But I'm a little concerned about its thickness. So it's a little thin. Had I used cream of mushroom soup, it would have been a lot thicker, you know. All right, let's drain that water out of the pasta. Pasta is done. Excuse the cord. Okay. That's done. All right. Now that pasta is pretty much ready for more action. I'm going to put it right in the bottom of this pan, but I'm going to put a little oil in the bottom of the pan. The glass visionware, this thing. I'm going to put a little oil in the pan just to try not to get too excited. There we go. I'm spinning it around, round, all around the outside so nothing sticks at the bottom. You put the pasta right in there. Make sure you get every last drop of that pasta. Waste not, want not. Want not, waste not. Okay, and then it's something really complicated here. You're going to take the entire dish of boiling fluid, whatever it is, and pour it right in there, right on top of that. Like that. Ta-da! All right. I didn't go for the parsley after all. You can put anything in this dish. You can put parsley, sage, rosemary, and wine. It looks like barf, doesn't it? Yeah. I knew you'd like it because I know you like barf. This is your primary ingredient that you need to work on is a thing called Parmesan or Romano, okay? Now I'm going to shake the hell out of this Parmesan on top of this. Do not cook with ramen, no. Ramen has fluoride in it. I don't know if you're aware of that. Okay, so just shake the heck out of that Parmesan. Put about enough to equal your $5 load, whatever it is. And then stir it in gently. Kind of nest the spaghetti together like that. All right. And I think that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say 7 meals. All right, we're done. How about that for easy? 30 minutes, we're in, out, done, finished, serve up, ready to go. You can serve this with a hot steaming vegetable like zucchini. Peas would work well. Oh, please don't get nasty here. We're getting ready to start the other show in the other room, so I'm starting this early. Avoid plastic rice. That's why I went with the angel hair. No, this broadcast has not been sponsored by anybody. All right. You, Sarah, and her 5 boyfriends? Yeah. I found out that Sarah's very attracted to last night. Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting. She likes intelligent men. Yeah, so obviously that's what attracted her to me, being I am. Mic issues? I'm sorry. So my menu is ready to go. That was the easiest meal I think I've ever made. Everything's turned off. It's just sitting there in its own heat. This is a very mild dish, and it'll have a seafood flavor like big time. But like I said, if you want to go with 2 cans of clams from the dollar store, which have a really good product, put the juice right in the spaghetti. A lot of people put the parsley in at the end. And if I really want to go out of the extraordinary, I'd go get the parsley and top it with some parsley. Chives are good with this. Green onions are good. Diced green onions. Yeah. Yeah, she said Val Kilmer, and I showed her a picture of him after his throat surgery, after he had, he's recovering from cancer. And she wasn't so attracted to Val Kilmer. But to have Christian Slater and John Cusack and Val Kilmer in the room together, and Sarah, I don't think I'd have any time with her. She'd be talking to all those other guys. Yeah. No, he's not fat anymore. Check it out. Yeah, the cancer caused him to lose about 80 pounds. You can compile my cooking videos. I don't want to sell it on Amazon. No. You can't make money on my videos. No, I still believe the Vegas shooting is fake. Parts of it, we're going to get into that in just a few minutes because I just discovered that there are certain parts of the Vegas shooting that just don't add up. And there's still no pictures of the 59 people that are dead. We've seen about 12 of their faces so far. So we're looking at a comprehensive list tonight. We're going to see the list of the dead. We're going to look at that. The video we have of people being taken to the hospital shows no blood whatsoever. Yeah. I am living forever, and I appreciate that because I'm an immortalist. I believe that many of us who are living today, thanks, tell your mom hello. I'm an immortalist. I believe that many people living today will live to be 1,000 years old. So I'm preaching optimism, and I want all of you to start thinking optimistically. We'll talk about North Korea tonight, politics. All right, so I want to wrap this up. A really amazing meal, but I think I'm going to make 7 meals out of this because, frankly, 5 meals would be you'd be obese if you ate massive servings of this. So 7 meals, $5 for 7 meals. Thank you very much for listening, and this will be recorded tonight or uploaded tonight on YouTube. All right, and I'll be starting the show in just a few minutes over in the other show. See you then.